Daily Speak. Learn, listen, speak.
Hey there, and welcome back to Daily Speak, English podcast. I'm David, and I'm really happy you're spending some time with me today. And speaking of time, let me ask you something. Do you ever get to the end of the day and think, where did all my time go? I was busy all day, but I didn't really do anything important. Yeah, I think we've all felt that. So today, we're going to talk about time management, how to use your time well, how to stop feeling rushed and busy all the time and start feeling calm and in control. And don't worry, I'm not going to give you some strict, complicated system. I'm just going to share some simple, gentle ideas that actually work in real life. The kind of things that help a normal, busy person feel a little more on top of their day. And of course, we'll do it in slow, clear English, so you can relax, listen, and pick up some useful phrases along the way. So, get comfortable, maybe grab a coffee, and let's begin. Okay, first, let's understand this idea. Time management. Time management means using your time in a good way, choosing how you spend your hours so you do the things that really matter to you. Let's say it slowly. Time management. Time management. Now, here's the first thing I want you to understand, and it's really important. Time management is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. A lot of people think being good with time means filling every minute, being busy, 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 rushing from one thing to the next. But that's not it at all. Actually, that's part of the problem. Good time management means you have time for the important things. And yes, that includes rest. That includes the people you love. That includes just sitting and enjoying a quiet moment. It's not about squeezing more work into your day. It's about making room for what truly matters. Let's learn a natural phrase for this. It's not about being busy, it's about being effective. It's not about being busy, it's about being effective. Effective means getting the right things done, not the most things, the right things. Say it with me. It's not about being busy, it's about being effective. It's not about being busy, it's about being effective. Now, let me be honest with you, like I always try to be. I used to be terrible with time. Really terrible. I was always busy, always rushing, always saying, I don't have enough time. But if I looked honestly at my days, I spent hours on things that didn't matter. Scrolling on my phone, watching random videos, doing small, easy tasks while the important things sat there, waiting. At the end of the day, I was exhausted, but I hadn't done the things that actually mattered to me. And that's a strange, frustrating feeling, isn't it? Being tired and busy, but not really moving forward. So if that sounds like you, please know you're not lazy. You're not bad with time. You probably just never learned a few simple ideas. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's figure this out together. Okay, let's start with the most important idea of all, priorities. A priority is something that is important, something that matters more than other things. Let's say that word, priority, priority. Now, here's the big mistake most people make. They treat everything as equally important. Every task, every email, every little thing feels urgent. So they just do whatever is in front of them all day long. And they never get to the things that really matter. But not everything is equally important. Some things matter a lot. Some things matter very little. And the secret to good time management is knowing the difference. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you have a whole day, and on your list there are 10 things. 9 of them are small, answering emails, tidying up, little tasks. And one of them is big and important. Maybe it's working on your dream or having a real conversation with someone you love. Most people spend all day on the 9 small things, and they feel busy, but they never touch the one big thing. And that one big thing, that was the thing that actually mattered. So here's the lesson. Do the important thing first, before the small things, before the easy things, first. Let's learn a wonderful phrase. First things first. First things first. This means do the most important thing before anything else. First things first. Say it with me. First things first. First things first. There's even a fun way to think about this. Imagine your day is a jar, and you have big rocks and small stones and sand. The big rocks are your important things. The small stones and sand are the little tasks. If you fill the jar with sand and small stones first, there's no room left for the big rocks. But if you put the big rocks in first, the small stones and sand fit in around them. Everything fits, as long as you start with the big rocks. Let's learn a phrase. Put the big rocks in first. Put the big rocks in first. So each morning, ask yourself, what are my big rocks today? What are the one or two things that really matter? And do those first. Everything else can fit in around them. Okay, now let me teach you a simple, powerful trick for choosing your priorities. It's called the one thing method, and I love it because it's so simple. Every morning, before you do anything else, ask yourself one question. If I could only do one thing today, what would make the biggest difference? Just one thing, not a long list of 20 tasks that overwhelms you. One thing, the most important one. And then you do that thing first, before the emails, before the small stuff, first. And here's the beautiful part. Even if the rest of your day falls apart, even if everything else goes wrong, you still did the most important thing. So the day was a success. Let's learn a phrase. What's the one thing that matters most today? What's the one thing that matters most today? Try this tomorrow morning. Just ask yourself that question and do that one thing first. It's simple, but it can change your whole day. Now, let's talk about something that steals more of our time than almost anything else. Distractions. A distraction is something that pulls your attention away from what you're doing. And these days, we have so many distractions. The biggest one? You probably know. Your phone. Let me ask you something. Have you ever sat down to do something important and then, without even thinking, you picked up your phone? And suddenly, 30 minutes were gone. And you don't even really know what you looked at? Yeah, that happens to all of us. Our phones are designed to pull us in. They're designed to steal our time, and it's not your fault. Very smart people made these apps to be hard to put down. But here's the good news. You can protect your time, and it's easier than you think. The simplest trick? When you need to focus, put your phone in another room. Not on the table, not face down, in another room. Remember that phrase we love? Out of sight, out of mind. If you can't see your phone, you won't think about it as much. It's such a small thing, but it makes a huge difference. Let's learn a useful phrase. I need to focus, so I'll put my phone away. I need to focus, so I'll put my phone away. And here's another idea. When you work on something important, do just that one thing. Don't try to do 5 things at once. We call that multitasking, and honestly, it doesn't work well. When you try to do many things at once, you do all of them badly. It's much better to do one thing at a time and do it well. Let's learn a phrase. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Say it with me. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. It's calm, it's peaceful, and it actually gets more done. Okay, let me pause for just a moment. If you're finding this helpful, please give the video a like. It really does help the channel grow. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Daily Speak English Podcast. I make new episodes every week just for you. Okay, let's keep going. Now let's talk about a big one, procrastination. Procrastination is a long word, but you probably know the feeling. It means putting things off, delaying, saying, I'll do it later when you should do it now. Let's say it slowly. Procrastination. Procrastination. We all do it. There's something we need to do, but we don't want to do it. So we do everything else instead. We suddenly want to clean the house or check our phone or make another cup of coffee. Anything but the thing we're supposed to do. But here's what I've learned about procrastination. Usually, we don't put things off because we're lazy. We put them off because the task feels too big or too scary or too boring. And our brain wants to avoid that uncomfortable feeling. So what's the answer? Make the task smaller, much smaller. Let me explain. If you have a big task and you think, I have to do this whole huge thing, your brain says, no thanks, too scary. But if you say, I'll just do the first tiny step, suddenly it feels possible. There's a famous trick called the 2-minute rule. It goes like this. Just start the task and tell yourself you only have to do it for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Anyone can do 2 minutes, right? And here's the magic. Once you start, you usually keep going. Because starting was the hard part. Once you're moving, it's easy to continue. Let's learn a phrase. Just start. You don't have to finish. Just start. You don't have to finish. Say it with me. Just start. You don't have to finish. Just start. You don't have to finish. Because starting is everything. The hardest part is always the beginning. Now, let me tell you another useful idea. It's about your energy. Here's something most people don't think about. You don't have the same energy all day long. There are times when you feel sharp and focused, and times when you feel tired and slow. For most people, the morning is their best time. Their mind is fresh, they can think clearly, but by the afternoon, energy drops, and by the evening, we're often tired. So, here's the smart thing to do. Do your most important, most difficult work when your energy is high, and save the easy, small tasks for when your energy is low. So many people do the opposite. They spend their fresh morning energy on small emails and easy tasks, and then, when it's time for the important work, they're already tired. That's backwards. Let's learn a phrase. Do your hardest work when your energy is highest. Do your hardest work when your energy is highest. Think about your own day. When do you feel most awake and focused? Protect that time. Use it for what matters most. That's one of the smartest things you can do with your time. Now, let's talk about a word that many people find very hard to say. A small word, but a powerful one. The word no. Here's the truth. Your time is limited. There are only 24 hours in a day. So every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else, even if you don't realize it. A lot of us have trouble saying no. We don't want to disappoint people. We want to be helpful and kind. So we say yes to everything. And then our days get full of other people's priorities, and we have no time left for our own. Now, I'm not saying be selfish, not at all. Being kind and helping others is beautiful, but you can't say yes to everything. If you do, you'll have nothing left for yourself and for the things that matter to you. So it's okay to say no, gently and politely. It's not rude, it's not unkind. It's just protecting your time so you can give your best to the right things. Let's learn some gentle ways to say no. You can say, I'd love to, but I can't right now. I'd love to, but I can't right now. Or, that sounds great, but I've got too much on my plate at the moment. That sounds great, but I've got too much on my plate at the moment. Too much on my plate is a lovely phrase. It means you already have too many things to do. Say it with me. I've got too much on my plate. I've got too much on my plate. Remember this. Every time you say no to something small, you're saying yes to something more important. Saying no is a way of protecting your time. Now, let's talk about something that people forget when they think about time management. Rest. You might think, David, we're talking about getting things done. Why are we talking about rest? But here's the truth. Rest is part of good time management. A big part. You are not a machine. You can't work all the time. If you never rest, you get tired and slow, and everything takes longer. But when you rest well, you come back fresh and focused, and you do things faster and better. So resting is not lazy. Resting is not wasting time. Resting is what makes the rest of your time work. It's an investment. And this includes taking real breaks during your day. Working for hours and hours without a break doesn't help. Your mind gets tired. But if you work for a while, then take a short break, then work again, you stay fresh all day. Let's learn a phrase. Rest is part of the work. Rest is part of the work. And this also means getting enough sleep. I know, we all want to stay up late. But when you sleep well, your whole next day is better. You think faster, you feel calmer, you get more done in less time. Sleep is one of the best time management tools there is. Let's learn a phrase. Take care of yourself, and your time takes care of itself. Take care of yourself, and your time takes care of itself. Now, let me slow down and tell you a little story. Just relax and listen. There was a woman named Nadia. Nadia was always busy. Always. She woke up early and worked all day and went to bed late. She never stopped. She was proud of how busy she was. But here's the strange thing. Even though she was so busy, she never seemed to finish the important things. Her big dream, the book she wanted to write, she never had time for it. Someday, she said, when I'm less busy. Every day, she did 100 small tasks. She answered every email the second it arrived. She said yes to everyone. She rushed from thing to thing. And at the end of each day, she was exhausted, but her book? Still not written. Then one day, a wise old friend visited her. And Nadia complained, "I'm so busy, but I never have time for my book." And her friend asked a simple question. She said, "Nadia, this morning, what was the first thing you did?" And Nadia said, "I checked my emails, of course." And her friend smiled and said, "There's your answer. You give your best hour, your fresh morning, to other people's emails, and you give your book only the tired leftovers at the end of the day, if anything at all. No wonder it never gets written." And Nadia understood. So she tried something new. The next morning, before she checked a single email, she sat down and wrote for 1 hour. Just 1 hour on her book. First thing, big rock first. The emails? They waited. And you know what? Nothing bad happened. The world didn't end. The emails got answered later, and everything was fine. She did this every morning. 1 hour, first thing, on the thing that mattered most. And 6 months later, her book was finished. 6 months. After years of someday. Nadia wasn't busier than before. She was actually a little less busy. She just put the big rock in first. She gave her best time to what mattered most. And that's the whole secret, really. It's not about having more time. Nobody has more time. We all have the same 24 hours. It's about choosing where your best time goes. And if Nadia could learn that, so can you. Now, let me talk to you directly for a moment, especially if you're learning English. Because time management matters so much for language learning. A lot of people say, "I don't have time to learn English." But here's the thing. You don't need a lot of time. You need a little time, consistently. 15 minutes a day, every day, is so much better than 3 hours once a month. Because learning a language is about small, regular practice. A little bit, again and again, over time. So don't wait for a free afternoon that never comes. Find 15 minutes in your day. Maybe while you drink your coffee. Maybe on your way to work. Maybe listening to this podcast right now, which, by the way, you're already doing. You're already using your time well. Let's say something together and really mean it. A little time every day is enough. A little time every day is enough. Because it is. Small, regular practice beats big, rare efforts every single time. All right, let's review some of the useful phrases we learned today. Say them with me, out loud. It's not about being busy, it's about being effective. It's not about being busy, it's about being effective. First things first. First things first. Put the big rocks in first. Put the big rocks in first. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Just start. You don't have to finish. Just start. You don't have to finish. I've got too much on my plate. I've got too much on my plate. Rest is part of the work. Rest is part of the work. Beautiful. These aren't just English phrases. They're little reminders you can use every single day. Now it's your turn to think. I'll ask you a few questions. Just answer them in your head in English. Don't worry about mistakes. Just try. Question 1. What is your big rock? What is the one thing that matters most to you right now that you never seem to have time for? Question 2. What is your biggest distraction? Is it your phone? Something else? And how could you protect your time from it? Question 3. When is your energy highest during the day? And are you using that time for your most important work? Question 4. Is there something you keep saying yes to that you should gently start saying no to? Take your time with those. Really think about them. Because these questions, if you answer them honestly, can change how your whole week feels. Well, my friend, we've reached the end of our time together today, and I hope you're leaving with a few simple ideas that make your days feel calmer and more in your control. Let's remember the big ideas. Time management isn't about being busy, it's about doing what matters. Put the big rocks in first. Protect your time from distractions. Just start. Don't wait to feel ready. Use your best energy on your most important work. Learn to say no. And rest, because rest is part of the work. But most of all, remember this. You have the same amount of time as everyone else. The question is not, how do I get more time? The question is, how do I use the time I have? And that you can control. Here's your homework. In the comments below, tell me one big rock. One important thing you're going to make time for this week. Write it in English. I read every single comment, and honestly, it makes my day. If this episode helped you, please give it a like and subscribe to Daily Speak English Podcast. It truly helps me keep making these for you. And listen, you have enough time for what truly matters. You really do. You just have to choose it, on purpose, first. Be gentle with yourself as you learn this. It takes practice, like anything. I'm David. Thank you for spending this time with me today, because your time is valuable, and I don't forget that. Keep practicing, keep going, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.